Hello family, my name is Chris, I am your home gamer dad, and it's been 2 years since I started up this channel. It is absolutely crazy. It blows my mind that it's been that long since I started this channel. I only had 2 kids then. I have 3 now, with one that just turned 1 not too long ago. It's so much has happened, not only like in my personal life, but also like with the channel itself and the growth and everything along that ways. But most of that I'm actually going to leave for the next video that I'm going to do in regards to my 2-year anniversary, which you're guys going to see tomorrow for an update video. Today, this is all about you. All of you out there are so amazing, and it shows within your comments. I love reading and responding to each and every one of them, from my short form videos to my long forms to my posts to whatever else it is that I happen to put out there. I love the interaction between us, you guys coming in, giving me your opinions, letting me know things, showing me things that I might have missed or gotten wrong, and then me being like, oh my goodness, I'm a dummy, and like something along that ways. Or just like general conversations between stuff, predictions about things, or what we like and dislike, and things along that ways. This is what it means that I've been looking for as far as the YouTube family grows. Growing this community of fans and fellow gamers and things along that ways, and just coming in and having a great time. So for this family meeting and for the 2-year anniversary of Home Gamer Dad, it's going to be time that I take a look at some of the standout comments that I have had over the past year or so. I think the last comment that I picked from this list is from the Forever Red Part 1 that I had out, but the first one you're going to see is from over a year ago, and then I just have a few selected from there. So I'm going to apologize now before I get started if I do not call your name at all through this or show a comment that you have done. Trust me, I love each and every one. If I could go through every single comment I've gotten from the past year, we would be here for a long time. But hey, you know what? At least I would be able to show you guys these things. So this is just stuff that I kind of went through. They're kind of in date order that I put them in and everything, but they're in no like, I love this comment, I love this comment more. They're all different variations of comments here, from things of like, just straight up compliments and whatnot to criticisms and whatnot to my channel, because every one of those comments are important. It also helps not only me get better, but also anybody watching get better as well at whatever game or whatnot that I'm playing and things along that way. So with that said, let's peel the page back and head ourselves all the way back to a year ago, and of course give personal responses to these in addition to whatever I wrote before. You ready? Let's go ahead and see what you guys had to say. All right, first comment from a year ago. Beowulf Adrenor 7242. My man, you are awesome. Thank you so much. I see you pop up all the time. You're a YouTube member. You've been subscribed to that for, as far as I know, about 4 or 5 months now, which is fantastic. Thank you, sir, so much. Congratulations of your channel. As I say, thank you so much. This is back when I made a post that I just hit 1,000 subscribers. The goal was 1,000 subscribers in a year, which I hit that. The next goal was 2,000 subscribers by year 2. At this point when I'm recording this, I think I'm at like 9,000 or 1,994 or something like that. So very close to that 2,000 mark. I know I'm going to hit it pretty soon, especially just with the new stuff that I put out and things along that ways. And if you're watching this right now and you're not a subscriber yet, by all means, subscribe to the Home Gamer Dad. Come along with us on this journey for the growing channel for sure. Next from Fernando Medea -FE Sky, F5 Sky, something like that, whatever. Where did you get your dice trays? This is when I was using these dice trays right here that my buddy Mark makes for me. He made these 2 for me specifically, just so I can show them off and like, you know, talk about his Etsy store. Many of you may have heard of this already. Flaily Poppins over on Etsy. There's like a link or whatever down in the description below. Probably something below me as well, because if you head on over there and you use, it was like HGD or something like that for 10% off your order and whatnot. These are really nicely done. They're not the biggest of dice trays, but they are really good quality. The image that he puts on it, you know, I forget how he does it or whatever, is very solid. It's not coming off anytime soon. He's actually doing these type of decals and everything for cars now too. A lot of different stuff in his store. He's grown very well over the years. More than just whatever you guys have gone over and whatnot. But hey, if you're interested to see what else he has, head on over to Flaily Poppins on Etsy. Check out Mark's store. Let him know that Chris from Home Gamer Dad sent you. Mark, if you're watching this, you could be. I do have to talk to you a little bit later about a few things, but hey, glad things are going good. Thank you all once again. Stupidly Whitewater from 11 months ago during one of my dad jokes asks, I would like a reply from you, please. And as you can see there, I have given a written reply, and now here is a formal reply. Hello, Stupidly Whitewater. Here is my reply to you. I don't know if you watch any of these things anymore, if you'd even see this, but if you did, this one is for you. When nerds go bad, can't wait for more content, especially mission critical stuff. You and me both, my friend. Now, I know that you did a heck of a great job when I first did my mission critical stuff, sending that all out to like the Discord and things along that ways, and really, really hyping up, you know, the breakdowns that I did of the Joes and that one session that I did and things along that ways. And yes, it's been almost a year now since I did that. It's going to be over a year since I did my last G.I. Joe Mission Critical one. I'll explain more of this in the update video when it comes out tomorrow, but unfortunately I did not get myself any more Mission Critical stuff in order to be able to show off as I'd like to, but it is on the docket for some point, hopefully for the rest of the year. Cross fingers, you know, or whatever. I will be talking about the new set that is coming out at least, so Mission Critical will be back on this channel. It may not be in the extent that Power Rangers is, but it is coming back in one shape or form, way or another. So I put this one on there because this kind of subs up almost every comment on my dad jokes. People that are like dying laughing, or you get the opposite end where they're like, oh, that was awful. And it's like, you know what? You're welcome. You're welcome either way. This is kind of what I do. I love these jokes, these corny, punny, like really off the wall random things. They're all super clean. There's nothing on there that, you know, you have to worry about anybody hearing that, you know, young ears can't hear or anything along that ways. But I just love it. Like, people say that when they hear these jokes, it makes their day. That's amazing. I'm starting to put these on TikTok now and hopefully try to gain a little bit of following over there. So Home Gamer Dad on TikTok or at Home Gamer Dad, you'll see these. You'll see some of the Power Ranger ones that I've done as well. I'm trying to also do some stuff originally for TikTok, but this is great. So every so often I get a comment from publishers directly, basically saying that they enjoyed the videos that I put out for their games. I've gotten from Van Ryder, and as you can see here, from Off the Page Games. Those are kind of the two main ones right now. I get a few like designers that come out every so often that talk about it and whatnot. But this is just the validation, again, that makes me feel so happy and so accomplished for the things that I do on this channel. This is great. I love it so much because it shows that they're watching. Doesn't matter how big your channel is. It doesn't matter how many people, you know, are subscribed to this, that, and the other thing. If you're showing off their game, they're going to watch it. And if they enjoy what they see, they're going to let you know. Thank you so much, Off the Page Games, for this. And then also for just Core of Discovery. When I played it on TTS, you guys had it open to everybody. It was amazing. I can't wait to get that game. That game is going to be awesome. And I still do play Mind Management from time to time. Thank you. Thank you again. Thunder of Dark Cloud says, next thing you know, they'll be making a My Little Pony one, or perhaps Thundercats and He-Man. This is him talking about the Guardian system in general, because this is off of the Mission Critical, which was the first new Guardian system that showed up on my channel and the second one in their series. They haven't made a third one yet, and I know for a fact that Transformers is in there somewhere, and probably My Little Pony as well. Those are their next two big IPs. They have a bunch of things out there already with those. There's got to be a Guardian system, and I'm just waiting for Renegade to announce it or show it off or whatever. I would love to take a preview of that one. That would be amazing. But for right now, it's all speculation, it's all talking, and this is just one of those conversations, as you can see right here, that I've had with a bunch of you guys, Thunder of Dark Cloud, and I go back and forth a little bit here about our ideas, our thoughts, our predictions, and stuff like that. I've seen this on Discord, I've seen this on BGG, and this is the type of conversation I love. What it is that we would love to see, and then our ideas put into it. It's so fascinating. I love it. Thank you, Thunder of Dark Cloud, for this one, and a bunch of other comments as well, because I've seen you around quite a bit. So thank you, sir. Thank you, thank you. Here's a cool one. The Edge 3. Dino Crisis was and still is one of my favorite PS1 games. Really needs a remake. Some of you might find that pretty random, but I do have my Your Mileage May Vary series, and that's kind of where a lot of my video game love shows up as well, with Dino Crisis being one of those examples. I know this is a board game channel. I kind of focus more on board games, but I do have like a lot of memories and a lot of nostalgia for games that I grew up with. I don't really have no interest in showing off anything new unless it's relevant somehow to the channel. But I love these Your Mileage May Vary videos because they give a personal perspective from my life and from how I like do things and how I view things and how I live through things and things like that. And I want to hear what you guys have as well, like your stories and your journey in life for not only the games or whatever that I show here, but also just everything in general is fascinating. I want to know it all. I want to hear about it all. And I want us all to talk about it. Thank you for your comment here. The Edge 3 or whatnot. I hope it gets a remake too. It better get a remake. I love these type of comments. It shows like hard work that I put into something actually pay off. MDET8KZ, sure. This is such a well done and needed video. I love that you're doing it and doing it really well, but Renegade should have put it in-house people in these videos. Look, Renegade's going to do what they do. They're really good at, showing off what they have, their RenCons and everything like that. They do their best when it comes to the rule books and whatnot, but as per se, once they're done with something, they kind of have moved on to the next. There was a really cool period of time where Renegade had their big streaming setup. They did a lot of Power Rangers Heroes of the Grid, a lot of other games that they did within their setup. I remember watching this while I was at my job beforehand and everything. Then the pandemic hit and all that went away, and we haven't seen it since. So we have to take a little bit of responsibility for ourselves as well in order to see these things and kind of come to an understanding of what would work best as a whole. This whole update of like putting things together with Transformers the Deck Builder, building out the deck and whatnot, I had to do a lot of research on and see how other people did it in order to come up with the solution that I came up with these videos. And I'm so glad that people find it and that they can use that in order to help them get a better handle over something that's as big as Transformers or Power Rangers or things along that way. So thank you so much. I appreciate this comment, and I hope that you're enjoying your game. Here's a question we get every so often. Is your friend selling them tokens? So if you watch any of my Power Rangers Heroes of the Grid stuff since obviously a year ago, because I think this is when I first started using them, was during this G.I. Joe Mission Critical one. My buddy Paul, who has been on this channel several times already, and even though I didn't pull any direct quotes from him, he comments all the time. And, well, this is kind of a direct quote from him anyway. No, I take that back. I do have a quote from you later on here. Do not be typing down there, buddy. I can already feel it. He makes these really cool tokens that are wood-based, which I believe the ones in this one were just like a plastic backing or whatever, and he's upgraded since then. And they are amazing. They are so beautiful. They are so nice. They have a good weight to them. I love their sound, if that makes any sense, just like hearing them put on the table and whatnot. A lot of different uses for the Guardian system, and I'm sure he could figure out other tokens for other games and everything like that. Be sure to let him know within the latest session, whatever that may be, of if you approve of these tokens and you think you would buy them or anything along that way, is because that's the type of motivation he needs in order to push himself into the direction of actually getting this off the ground. Here we go. Van Ryder Games. Brilliant coverage. Thank you so much, HGD. This is what I did, the why I backed for Final Girl Series 3. It was probably around like maybe my first or second Final Girl video that I did when Van Ryder came in and actually left their first comment there. I didn't grab it because it was way too far back. And I just remember it off the top of my head because that was when they said, thank you for your infectious enthusiasm. And ever since then, that's kind of been my big thing that I like to put out whenever I talk about games that I backed or enjoy or things along that way. Get you guys excited for it just as much as I am and whatnot. And it's, again, just like I said with Off the Page Games, it's great to have this kind of recognition from the publisher because it shows that they're watching, they're paying attention to every bit of, media and whatnot that's out there. And they can see people that really enjoy their games. And I want to put more out there. I want to make a bigger name for myself for Van Ryder because maybe I can do something for Series 3. If not, I'm still going to do something for Series 3 anyway because I love Final Girl. It's the best. Oh, look, also on why I backed. Oh no, I'm going to be that guy. First and foremost, I don't care. Please, please be that guy. I love it when people kind of come in, push up their nerd glasses and spout out something. I do it all the time. Sometimes my wife gets a little annoyed at me, which, understandable and whatnot, but I have no issues with people being that guy. As I said right there, bring on all the that guy-isms, please. It doesn't matter who you are, where you are and everything. If I say something or do something or you see something that comes up and whatnot, you can just jump on and be like, well, to be honest, here's how this really goes down. Please, please, it gives things clarity. It gives things meaning, and it helps us all understand more whatever it is. In this case, it had to do with a killer being compared to somebody or whatnot, who is also a Jigsaw apprentice, Amanda Young. Yeah, so this is all about the Saw what is it, Saw-inspired killer from Final Girl and how they relate to the real inspiration from the Saw series of Jigsaw. So there you go. Yes, be that guy. Be that guy. Bring on that guy. My first super thanks. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Zero Kami Age 6. Wow, I can't even begin to thank you so much, my friend. I believe that you were a tester for this Davy Jones's Locker, the Kraken Wakes game, which I have somewhere over here. I have also back the Ghost Ship one, and this was also the very first game that I got from them. They sent that to me for free. I did my how to play, I did playthroughs and whatnot, and they put it on the Kickstarter page for their Ghost Ship, and that was fantastic. Oh man, like just having that type of recognition within the past year and everything just blows my mind. I'm like, thank you so much. Oh my God, Pudgat Games and Zach, and just like, you guys have been amazing. Thank you so much for that opportunity. And I'm so glad that I've got other opportunities in the future for it as well. But just, again, it's the appreciation and the love that I have for all that out there. Thank you so much. I couldn't not show this particular comment because this like blew my mind. Thank you. Wow. From my Final Girl Series 2 Killer Lore, let's see, Andrew Clifton 185. This deserves so many more views, mate. I mean, I says that I agree and everything, and I still do. I mean, obviously you want videos to get as many views as possible. That's kind of the whole point. The more views you get, the more interactions you get, the more YouTube pushes out your videos, algorithm, blah, 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 blah. But I also want people to give me the views for this one because I put a lot of hard work into something like this. I love doing this. I did the Series 1 Killer Lore and Series 2. And really all it is me just kind of reading out of the book, but I kind of like take all the images and splice them together and try to make a little bit more of a visual story out of it, in addition to me actually reading what's ever in the book. And I love doing it. I love picking out the music for it all, make sure it's all copyright free. Learned that from the first one. And then the images that you have on there and everything like that. And just, they're so much fun. And I love reading through them and seeing the imaginations and ideas that come out that go into that game. And of course, all the inspirations that they are based on as well. So if you haven't seen any of the Killer Lords yet and you just want something creepy and fun to listen to, by all means, pop them on, turn the lights down, volume up, and enjoy. Here's a fun one. Ryu Emye, I think that's how it is. Amazing Let's Play, breathtaking from start to finish. Wow, cool. Love your enthusiasm, infectious enthusiasm, see, right there, and excitement, my go-to playlist for Final Girl playthroughs. And again, this is the reason why I want to put more of these out there as well. Just, you get occasionally you get yourself a few negative comments that come in and every so often, or just like, I'd be honest with you, for my 2 years here, I can probably count on one hand all the really, truly negative comments that have been on all of my videos. Even if somebody comes in and basically says, hey, you're an idiot, this is why you did it wrong, I watch it, I see why I did it wrong, and I agree with them, and it stays there because it's a correction to the rule that I want to make sure everybody has. However, for every one like really negative thing, there's like hundreds and hundreds of ones like this, and this is what keeps me going back. I love seeing these pop up. These are really what like pull at the heartstrings and make me like, oh, thank you so much. Like, this is what makes it worth it. This is what makes me want to do this all the time. To see these reactions, to see you excited, to have you feel what I feel about these. This is so amazing. Thank you so much for this comment. I appreciate it so much. Mr. Ishard, thank you so much as well. Nice, thanks for 2-player video. I'm new to the Heroes of Grid, so watching your videos, playthroughs are fun and informative too, and big Power Ranger nerd here, so always appreciate any content. Love the big Power Ranger nerds. Let me tell you, man, I was always a Power Ranger nerd to begin with, but like even over the past few years now with really getting into Heroes of the Grid, it's just kind of grown from there. It's just wild how it's all turned out. Thank you so much for this, and I'm so glad that you enjoyed the SPD one, because I'd like to make sure that Paul knows that he was appreciated for being here as well for that. This was the first time I ever did a true 2-player game for it, because I've always done solo. I want to try to do a multi-handed one day, but at the very least, I know Paul will be back again because that's something you guys like as well. Besides you just playing it solo, you want to see how it's played in all different ways, and that's another thing that I want to bring to you. Different ways, different examples, different variants of the game, so you can see all the different ways that can be played, so you're not just always going back to the same thing over and over again. Now, Heroes of the Grid changes very often because there's so many, it's very modular with all the monsters and the bosses and the rangers and yada, yada, yada. but the different amount of people you have too changes the game as well. So thank you for taking notice on this one, and I'm glad that it helped you out, and you are just as big of a nerd for Power Rangers and probably most other things as I am. Awesome. Thank you so much. Love when a team breakdown pops up on my feed. Great work, Chris. BKDP2KH. Another one that I see very often pop up in my comment section and everything. And hey, he calls me by name. You know, I enjoy being called HGD, you know, Home Gamer Dad or whatever. Call me the initials and whatnot. But hey, you want to call me by my real name? That's fine too. Maybe one day I'll be walking around a con somewhere and someone will just come up to me and say, yo, HGD, or hey, Chris, or whatever. And, you know, give a big hug and whatnot. Cause, you know, if somebody comes up to me and recognizes me, of course I'm going to be like, oh my God, and probably cry in front of them or something. Cause, you know, that's just something I would never imagine happening in real life. Somebody actually being like, I know you, and like, you do? And then you hear it all and everything. That'd be so amazing. So thank you for this. Yeah, it's always fun when it pops up, and I'm glad that you enjoy each and every one of them, my friend. Rascal Queen 5426. Fun fact, the actor who plays Eric is also the voice actor of Devil May Cry series. Like, a couple of references to Snake, Virgil using the called Devil Trigger, Judgment. Like, I love this. I love fun facts. Please. I love them so much. Just, you got other types of trivia. I'm a sucker for trivia. So if you want to be able to throw down all this random knowledge and everything that you have in the comment section below, please do. I want to know about it because it'll just go into... There's not a lot of room left up here in the brain, but there's a few things that I don't mind getting rid of and cleaning out some cobwebs and whatnot in order to make room for random factoids and whatnot like that. So thank you so much. And also, Rascal Queen, I haven't seen you in a while. I think it's been like a few months since you last left a comment. I think I have one more of yours on this list here. But, you know, thank you so much for hanging around and letting me know different things. I know that you come in and you help out with rule corrections or at least rule clarifications as well as a big thing that I know that you do take care of. Thank you so much for your time and effort on that. I appreciate it. And again, I read and respond to every single one. And then if it's something like a rule clarification or whatnot, it goes up here. It's not lost in my brain or whatnot. I may forget it every so often, but I try not to. Okay. There's a lot going on in life, but, if I make a mistake, I try not to do it again. And I thank you guys for the reminders of that so that anybody watching it will not make those same mistakes. Here it is, just as I was talking about it. Just for reference, that's not how Mastodon works. It removes the figure, but it doesn't defeat a card. See, this is just a clarification thing. When I am playing a game and I am deep into it, there are a lot of times when I am exhausted. Like, it takes me about 4 hours to film a Power Rangers Heroes of the Grid session. That is a long time to be sitting down in front of the cameras, making sure this works, making sure that works, checking my angles, moving things around and everything, and getting the board set up and whatnot. Like, yes, and when I'm editing it, I catch my mistakes because I have a clearer mind. But like 3 hours into the actual recording, and I'm like, you know, around like the final monster or the boss or whatnot, I mess up certain things because I don't pay attention to certain things because I'm so like, I don't know what's going on right now. I just want to roll dice and destroy things because this is fun. There's more people around the table. It's easier to catch mistakes like that. When I'm by myself down here doing my thing and whatnot, it happens. And I thank you, Rascal Queen, and anybody else out there that sees these things and adds that clarification to the comment section. So people are like, oh, wait, that is how this works. He's just so tired right now. He doesn't know his left from his right. And that does happen every so often. So thank you again for all that. I just want to bring up this one. This is Zero Score. Zero Score was a buddy of mine that I had back when I did my Let's Play channel, which does still exist, by the way, Metal Blade 427. I haven't uploaded anything to that in a while. I tried revitalizing that when it was just me and, well, I only had 2 kids at the time. My wife was pregnant, so it's like my oldest was at school and the other one was with me, so he napped and I was able to do stuff. That's going back to that soon in the, what is it, in the fall this year. But I still like the fact that even though I haven't been on that channel in forever, I still have a lot of friends from that era that I talk to on Facebook that watch me here as Home Gamer Dad and things along that way. So Zero Score, if you're watching this, man, thank you so much. I haven't talked to you in a while and whatnot, but I have seen some adventures you've had on Facebook, and I hope all things are well. Thank you, sir. And I hope to chat with you soon in the future. If anything, just because. We've always had some great stuff. Got to hear your opinion on Metro Prime 4. I have to hear what you think of that. As another one where it says great content, amazing editing. Thank you so much, Buster Dog 84. I bring this one up because how to play Mega Man. This was my first video. This was the very first video I ever did on the channel 2 years ago. You know, the flagship series of my channel was Mega Man Adventures. I do plan on bringing it back soon, by the way, just like for a few quick videos to show off Mega Man 2 and 3 from it. But, you know, he left this 5 months ago as of this, which is probably around 5.5, 6 months now, but it's still relevant to this day. People still watch it, people still see it, people still comment on it, and it just blows my mind that even though I watch that now and it's like, so it doesn't look like this, that's for sure. I was using my phone at the time, still very new on it all and everything, but I love watching that, seeing where it all began, and knowing that people still see it, still watch it, still comment on it, and still enjoy it to this day. Thank you so much for enjoying that, how to play, and then if you happen to watch any of the sessions related to that as well. Oh, I love this. The That Brings Me Back series is one of my favorite series right now because of all of the retro nostalgia like feels that I get for it. And I'm a sucker for nostalgia and whatnot, but we have, what do we got? Kevin Owen, I think is how you pronounce that. I apologize, 6323. I found your channel because I was looking for Final Crow videos, but I had to check out this video. I worked for Konami of America back in the 90s, and I wrote the instruction manuals for most of the games released. This guy wrote the instruction manual for the game that the random Batman Returns game that I played on my channel. It baffles me, the people that watch these videos. You don't know who you're going to get. Everybody from around the world has access to these at any time, and they pop in and they're like, wait a minute, I recognize that, and it just brings them back to their time as well. This probably brought him back to the time when he worked for Konami of America, obviously. It's just so cool that something like this popped up and that he found this particular video for a game that he worked on years ago that's still being played to this day. Awesome. Thank you so much. That's amazing. I love, there's more to it, obviously. There's a read more there, and I didn't catch it on the screen grab, but definitely go check that out, whatever. See what he has to say, and it just amazes me. It's amazing. I love it. Hey, look, see, I did find one from Paul, apparently. The Blade Blaster should have been 3 dice. Tommy gains that. See, even he watches these and sees mistakes that I make and lets me know things that I should have done, things that would have been better, things that would have made the game a little bit easier. And at the time, again, sometimes it's early enough where I just don't even realize it, or I'm paying attention to something else going on and whatnot, and like the most obvious thing is hitting me in the face and it just isn't there. Thank you again for letting me know and informing me. And then, of course, anybody else that's watching this, if they're trying to emulate whatever it is that I am playing, you know, putting together their own solo mode with the same characters and whatnot, they're like, hey, you know what? He should have did this. I'm going to make sure to see if I do it and see if it makes a difference in the game. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. It's fun either way. TVs, TIVISO 014, something like that. I don't know. You're a frequent commenter as well. I see you all over the place here. Now that I'm on Discord, I actually saw you on there as well, I believe. You have a ton of comments, but I had to bring this one up for you, my friend, because you asked me what kind of shelves do I have, and I thought you said sleeves, and I completely missed. I'm so sorry. I missed your response to this, where you're like, no, I'm talking about the shelving behind you. No, it's my brain, buddy. I apologize for that completely. So to answer your question, these are not Calyx, technically. I mean, they're pretty much the same idea behind them and everything. But we got these from Walmart, I believe. They had like some type of sale on them. A 3x4 that we have right here, I think cost us like $145 or so. We got 1, 2, 3. There's one over there. 4. There's 2 upstairs. 6. Yeah, 6 all in total. No, I'm sorry. There's one even straight ahead of me, a 2x4 that we got for a little bit cheaper. They were a great deal. They were running some type of crazy sale. We got these maybe like a few months after we moved into the house about 2 years ago or so. So this is kind of what we've been working with so far. They're nice. They're sturdy as long as they're they're leaned up against each other right here. You know, they kind of like pressure in on each other and they don't go anywhere. I've never had any issues with them. Some of the boards right here on some of the other ones cracked a little bit, but you just got to pay attention to that and whatnot. Walmart. I don't remember what the name of the specific thing is called, but it's just like the 4x3 shelving or 4 cube by 3 cube shelving. I don't remember what it is. So sorry again for completely missing that. And thank you so much for hopping around all my videos, checking them out, and letting me know all of what you think and whatnot too, sir. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Few more. Joshua Horsley, I mean, this says a day ago. It was actually more than a day ago at this point. Just wanted to kind of bring up the fact that I know when I was going through my Forever Red run that I talked about, oh, there's an evil ranger for every color except for blue. No, Kia, the evil Blue Ranger from the Omega Rangers is a boss, and I completely forgot about that because I was just looking through the monsters, and all the other ones are in the monsters section. You know, Evil Green Ranger, White Ranger, it's just Roxy and Blaze. You know, all of them are monsters, but your evil Blue Ranger is a boss, which makes sense because Blue Rangers are awesome, and I can't wait for Forever Blue. So thank you for pointing that out for me. You and a few other people also let me know about that as well. That will be in Forever Blue once it comes out. So that, you know, again, these type of suggestions and these things that I overlook and everything when I'm doing this really help out because now it's like, oh, boom, it's in my brain. I got it. I'm going to use it. And finally, we got Nacho Daddy 24. I bring him up right here because he is the latest of my YouTube members. Thank you, sir, so much for joining the family, for supporting the channel, things along that way. He's been waiting for this one. Thank you. You are welcome. You're members. You actually should be watching, have the ability to watch the full run of it, you know, beginning to end straight through. Thank you so much. Like, really, I appreciate it greatly. You and everyone else out there, you know, your views, your likes, your comments, your shares, things along that way. You guys are absolutely amazing. I can't even articulate how much gratitude I have for all of you. These last few years have been absolutely amazing, and these are just a handful of the amazing comments and suggestions and ideas and things like that that I've gotten from all of you throughout the last 2 years of Home Gamer Dad. Again, I apologize if I didn't pick one of your comments. This is not a contest or whatever. This isn't like me picking out my favorites or whatnot. Though I have been thinking about running a contest lately for some reason, just because it's something that I feel like maybe now I should kind of put out there, give a little bit back and whatnot and here there. But regardless of anything, you guys are my inspiration. You are what drive me forward to be able to put out all of everything that I do on this channel. If it wasn't for each and every one of you, this channel would not exist. And it doesn't matter if you're a subscriber or not, if you're a commenter or a lurker. Trust me, I'm a lurker. I was a lurker on Discord forever. I only just recently started putting my comments into it and getting into there and whatnot. It doesn't matter. You were there. You witnessed everything. You watched, you supported, and like a family, we are all coming together regardless of wherever we are. Thank you all so much. There's never enough thank yous in the world to express how much I really appreciate my love for you all, the gratitude I have, and I know I'm getting sappy on it, but it is what it is. Thank you for coming along with me on this journey through the comments section from the past year of Home Gamer Dad. Again, there are thousands of other comments out there that I wish I would be able to enjoy for you, but I'm sure this video is long enough already. If you have any questions for me directly, leave them down in the comments section here. I might do a Q&A section a little bit later. It's kind of like a mini Q&A as well, based on what I pulled. Just to answer any questions you have about me, my lifestyle, what I use, things for like my equipment, or what I plan on doing next, things along that ways. Speaking of which, the update video will be out tomorrow, so you'll be able to know what's coming out for the second half of this year, leading up to like 2.5 years or whatever for your Home Gamer Dad. Not that I celebrate that, but it's a good point in order to just throw update videos together. Overall speaking though, thank you all again so much. As I ask you every time, take care of yourselves and each other. We are family forever, gaming together, and we'll see what pops up throughout the next few months. And until then, guys, thank you again so much. There's no longer any end cards at the end of this, so it's just going to go right to the end. Till next time, you guys have a good one, and I will see you later.